And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show brings you game one of a big four-game set. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Chicago White Sox. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. About to get started here. And our pitcher in this game, Noah Schultz.
Well, no doubt about it. He's going to have to put together some consistently good performances in order to bring that ERA down. Now, he's got good stuff. He's just got to be able to have confidence, trust it, and really go after hitters. Not nibble. Trust that his stuff can have late life and miss barrels of bats.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And Singy against the southpaw on the mound. The skipper's loaded this lineup with righty bats.
Certainly following the conventional wisdom here, Boo. That extra split second can make a big difference for a hitter. So these righty batters will need to take advantage and make this tactical move pay off.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swings and misses, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And we're back. And today's starting pitcher, Trey Savage. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, he's allowing just over 1 base runner per inning, which is really good, especially for a starter, because these hitters get to see you 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in a start. So just shows you how deceptive and how effective his stuff is. We'll see if it's that way in this one.
Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
Left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. Luis Robert now. Going to count 1 and 2.
1 ball.
2 outs, base is empty. Drilled out towards left center field. Varsho settles under this one. That is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second, Anthony Santander at the plate. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. 2 down, nobody on. On the ground, Sosa tosses to first. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Down in order. We head to the bottom of the second. There's Benintendi to start it off. In the air, left field, down the line. Makes the catch for the out. And there's 1 away. Andrew Vaughn now. Outside and low, it's ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. Runner takes off.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Rooker squeezes it, and that is that. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. The 1-1 is fouled off. 1-2 here. On a line out towards center. He's got it, and there's one away. So digging in, Ernie Clement. Close, but called a ball. And it's 2-2.
Well, clearly not too happy with the call there. Thought he caught the top of the zone, and you could pretty much read his lips saying, that's not up.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Colas hauls it in, 2 away. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. Robert brings it in for the 3rd out. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Steer brings it in. 1 up, 1 down. Oscar Colas steps to the plate for the White Sox. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Still tied at 0. Last of the 3rd. On the ground, right side. Steps on first for the out. So the batting order turns over. Brooks Baldwin steps to the plate for the White Sox. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning. Here on the south side, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the 4th, Andres Jimenez. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Corrals it. And a quick out, number 1. Willie Adames stands in. Fouled off. He was late. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Right through there for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Goes down looking. Blue Jays go down. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Here's the White Sox DH, Zach DeLoach. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 1 out, base is empty. And that's downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Out towards left center. Steer sizes this one up. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season. Next offering is in for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
In the air, right field. And that is foul. Here's the 2-2. That one missed. And down on strikes he goes. So he picks up his sixth strikeout of the ball game. Brent Rooker getting ready to hit. There's a swing and a drive. This one could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And it's a one-out double for the first hit of the game.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side. And the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now here is Dalton Varsho. And there's two down. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Steer, the next to hit. Runner edges away at second. Rips that one to right. Squeezes it, and that's the third out. Bottom of the inning, and now Andrew Vaughn. And that's outside. And a count 2-1.
You know, these White Sox just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Kyle Teal, late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Left field, way back there. Steer going back on this one. And it hits the fence. And he's got a double.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that one hops the wall. Headed for the plate. He'll score. The White Sox take the lead.
Well done. Drives in the run. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
2 down. Oscar Colas steps to the plate for the White Sox. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it stays fair. Coming home. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead.
Well, that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
In the air, left field. Steer right there to make the grab. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. With the tying run at the plate, and we're the top half of the 6th. And a swing and a miss. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure.
There goes the runner. Pitch misses.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go. I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch. And here is Willy Adames. And Adames Adames swings through that one.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Has some trouble with it. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing. That extends his hitting streak to an even dozen, Singy. Do opposing pitchers start to take notice when a guy's on a roll like this?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. It's not like it changes the scouting report on a guy or anything like that too much, but you're aware of who's swinging the hottest bat, and that's definitely him right now.
Clement at third. Adames at first. 2 out of the inning. To the right side. In time, Duvall. That's out number 3. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
And that's a fair ball. And the righty deals. And there's a ball.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
And misses inside. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And now it's 3-2. And they're all loaded up.
It feels to me like his time on the mound is running short, starting to show some signs of fatigue. So we'll see how much longer they let him go.
Swing and a ground ball. Base hit. 1 run in already. Here comes the throw. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. And it's 4-0. First and second, no outs. And here is Kyle Teal.
2 strikes.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the bottom of the 6th.
Out.
There's one. Over to first, safe. And here is Sosa to the plate.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes.
Little bouncer out in front of the plate. Fires over to Guerrero. He's out. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Colson Montgomery. Here comes the manager. Angel Bastardo gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And he's been fantastic this year. Really stingy in terms of allowing base runners. He's just got great stuff that's tough to square up.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Rooker sizing this one up. Nabs it. And that will end the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Dan Altavilla.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Back there. And it is gone. He sends one out the opposite way. His 37th homer of the year. And they cut into the lead. It's 5-1.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this.
And now the right fielder, Brent Rooker. Line drive, base hit. So up next, Dalton Varsho. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. 98 on the gun. 1 on, nobody out. A run in here in the top half of inning number 7. To short, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there. And now for the Jays, Spencer Steer. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Tied him up on a fastball inside. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. And strike two.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike three, but not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. And a swing and a miss. One gone here.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Strike three, and that's two in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. Now here is Zach DeLoach. That one fouled off. 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That one off the mark. Full count now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
Fires over to Guerrero, and that'll do it. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Sean Reynolds.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. The 1-1.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Back to the top of the order, Andres Jimenez now at the plate. Strike 2.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Right through there, got it. 1 away.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
That's inside. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Cam Boozer, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Good job to fight that one off. Kirk over at first with 1 away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 2.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Swing and a ball popped in the air, and it falls. And now first and second with 2 outs. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
swings and misses. Throw to first in time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Sean Armstrong. He's been so good against lefties. That one ripped. Steer, long run. And an automatic double as it hops the fence. Runner in scoring position, no outs. And here's the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. Next pitch is outside. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. Adames, the throw to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th. Kyle Teal will hit next. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Lenny Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox. Spear to the mound. Runner might be in trouble. Out to Adames. That's one. Relay to Guerrero in time. Inning ending. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Cam Boozer.
And this is his 55th game he's come in to pitch this season. So he's got some innings under his belt. He's been an important guy for them.
Swing and a miss. And he struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. And the batter now, Dalton Varsho. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Owen White up and loosening in the pen. Iriarte also getting ready. Got him looking. Blue Jays have just one out left here. Spencer Steer getting ready to hit. Boozer is just one strike away. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 5-2. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there. No doubt about it.
Manager out of the dugout. Here comes the closer here in the 9th, Penn Murphy.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
2 outs. Got it! And that's the ball game.
Always nice to win the home opener of a 4-game series. You know you got a lot of miles in the journey against that other team, but it all starts with the first game. And you can set the tone, position yourselves, set up your bullpen, got everybody fresh and ready to go when you're in the driver's seat. We'll see if they can continue that momentum in tomorrow's game.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us. Live from Wright Field on the south side of Chicago, we've got baseball on the show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Chicago White Sox. The headline today, the hitting streak he's been on.
Yeah, an impressive streak. Can he keep it going in this one? Feels like there isn't a pitch he can't hit right now. Looking forward to seeing how they deal with him.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. Getting the nod in this one, Aaron Savali, singing he's been outstanding and should be fun to watch.
Well, when you have a guy that can limit the opponent to very little run production, you have a great chance to win a ball game when he takes the mound. He's just having an outstanding season so far. You hope he can maintain it, because if he can, he'll be in a nice conversation at the end of the year.
And Benintendi able to make the grab. One away. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Well, this team has been winning a lot of games, and offense has been a huge part of that. Typically, you get good at bats top to bottom, Chris.
Well, this is a team that's hitting for a real high batting average, and we talk at times that hitting is contagious. Definitely seems to be the case. They've also got good approaches at the plate, and from top to bottom, hitters just aren't giving away at bats. And when you're doing that, it contributes to winning baseball.
2 down, bases empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And a breaking ball misses outside. 2 outs, bases empty.
Okay.
Anthony Santander waiting to hit for Toronto. The pitch. And there's ball 4.
That's ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Swung on, belted. Back there. And it's gone. He crushes that one to center field. His second home run of the series, and it gives him the lead in the first. It's 2-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
2 outs, nobody on. Brent Rooker digs in now. In the air, right field, and that'll fall for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Swing and a miss. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. Back at Wright Field. And on the mound here today, Zach Gallen. What do you got on him, Chris?
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
Popped up. Guerrero gets under it. And there's 1 down. And now the DH, Zach DeLoach. One out, bases empty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Adames makes the play, and the inning is over. Back here on the south side, here's the left fielder, Adam Frazier. Tapped softly on the ground. Sosa handles, throws to first. 1 out in the second. Here's the third baseman, Addison Barger. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Antico. They got it for out number 2. Here's Andres Jimenez. Swings through that one for strike 2.
2-2 count.
Ripped to third. Oh, the throw is over his head. And he'll pull into second safely. So 2 down. Willie Adames next up for the Blue Jays. 1-1 now. Swing and a ball popped up. Vaughn. And that'll do it. So they ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox. Andrew Vaughn. Swing and that ball smashed on a line. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's one down. And now Kyle Teal.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
And down on strikes. 2 down. Lenny Sosa, the next to hit. In for a strike. And the count 1-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. 2 down, nobody on. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's
that's strike 3 and the third out. So it's that time of the season. Let's check out some notable trade candidates. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Now it's going to be Anthony Santander. Swings through that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit, Brent Rooker. The 1-1. Hard hit, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Set for the bottom of the third, and the batter will be the shortstop, Colson Montgomery. Next offering is in for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Brooks Baldwin steps to the plate for the White Sox. Strike on the inside corner.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Got him swinging. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man. That one missed.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
First and second, 2 outs. So now it's the White Sox DH, Zach DeLoach. Guerrero. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit, 2 left. 3 innings complete. Blue Jays 2 and the White Sox nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Now, Dalton Varsho. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he gets him to chase upstairs.
2 strikes.
Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up.
And he dodges that fastball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Now the third baseman, Addison Barger. Ripped on a line. And Tico snags it for the second out.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and it falls. And out to aboard. So digging in, Andres Jimenez. Up the middle. They get the force. Third out, and that ends the frame. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. Hit on the ground to short. Fires over to Guerrero. And Benintendi is out. So up next for Chicago, Andrew Vaughn. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Rooker under it. Puts it away for the out. Kyle Teal steps to the plate for the White Sox. Swing and a miss. And it's 3-2.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
High in the air, out to right. Rooker on his way over. Hauls it in to end the inning. Here on the south side, Willie Adames stands in. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. And the leadoff man aboard. That ups his hitting streak to lucky number 13.
The Baker's dozen, Boog, and it doesn't seem like a huge number, but anytime you get to the point where you've hit in every game for almost 2 weeks straight, that's a sign of what kind of rhythm you're in.
And makes the grab. 1 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And lines out to third.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Now a screamer into the outfield. And Tico makes the play, and that is that. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Got him. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
That one the other way. And that gets down for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And up next for Chicago, Brooks Baldwin. To first, might be 2. To Adames, that's 1. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning ending double. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Cam Boozer.
His first test will be from the left side, and that's been a struggle for him this season. They've been seeing him pretty well and doing some damage against him.
And Benintendi able to make the grab. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Adam Frazier. Sosa. Tosses to first. Frazier retired. 2 down, bases empty. So up next for Toronto, Addison Barger. In the air to left center. Benintendi is there. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. No run. Bunting for a hit. Picks it up with the bare hand, and that's a great play for the out.
He was out early today working on that very play.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
1 down, base is empty. Hit in the air, center field. Varsho sizes this one up. And there are 2 down. Zach DeLoach will hit next. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 1-2.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive.
Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Steven Wilson.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Lifted in the air down the left side, and it drops in. So a man on base to start the inning. And now, Andres Jimenez. Little chopper rolls foul. Battling here as he fouls it away. Nobody out. Runner at first. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Flips it for 1. On the ball. 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And next for Toronto, Willy Adames. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Adames at second with 2 down. And it's even up. On the ground to the left. Zips it to first, and Guerrero is set down. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Here's the cleanup hitter for the Sox, Andrew Vaughn. His split numbers between June and July there. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The Jays up by 2 here at the bottom of the 7th. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden.
Now a dive at short to his knee. The throw. It's there, and that's a great play.
This guy's
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Dan Altavilla.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
And that's outside.
Well, these Blue Jays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They've done a great job finding holes in the defense. Exactly half of their hits have come off the bat in less than 90 miles per hour. So the ball isn't exactly jumping off the lumber, but they're finding a way to make it work.
2-2 in the air, center field. Antico has a beat on it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one away. Brent Rooker next up for the Blue Jays. Ball to strike. The pitch. Liner, and this could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw is still in time, and they get it out into play. Adam Frazier now at the plate. Out there to center. Dives. What a play. That one misses. 2-1.
You know, these White Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Dives, and he can't hang on. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Dives, but it's off his glove. 1 at second.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And that one in the air, center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Out number 2. And next to hit for the Sox, Mike Antico.
Oh, that's
a little bit low.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Whiff number 9 for him in this game. 9. So 1 left for the White Sox. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Sean Reynolds.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. On the ground to third. It's in and out of his glove. Gets off a throw. The throw is late, and they can't get the out. Dalton Rushing next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Now it's the second baseman. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Luis Arias. Runner on first with 1 down for him. Line drive. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it.
Righty reliever out of the pen, Jairo Iriarte.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And there's 2 down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Caleb Killian up and throwing. White warming up as well. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
Left-handed batter at the plate, and he's been excellent in those matchups this year, so this seems like a calculated move.
Takes it himself, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. He's 2 outs away. And next is the designated hitter, Zach DeLoach. Swing and a miss. White Sox down to their final out. Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 strike away. On the ground, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game. 2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Chicago White Sox. Today's focus is on a bullpen that's been tremendous recently, from the setup arms to the closers. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about set to go. And on the hill in this one, Bryce Wilson. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Makes the catch, gliding onto the warning track. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. It features a great veteran presence, Anthony Santander.
Well, there's no doubt he's been the best player in baseball this season. Lead the American League in average home runs and RBIs. You know in the back of his mind, he's got that triple crown in sight. So amazing what kind of dominance he's shown, and I think he's just making it look too easy.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. In time to Vaughn, and the Blue Jays go down 1. And we're back. And starting this one, Bowden Francis. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Well, he's putting together a really nice season on the mound. ERA in the low 3s. Very respectable when you consider guys are looking to do damage. They're not trying to just walk and hit singles. They're trying to hit homers and draw walks and score runs. So when you have a guy that can limit the other team from scoring more than a few runs, that's really tough to beat game in and game out.
1 out, bases empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
That's to third. Throws to first, and they take care of Robert for the out. Second inning set to go. Here's a big power threat. Anthony Santander. Outside low, 3-1. Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes they'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
And now it's going to be Brent Rooker. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind.
In time to Vaughn, and it's a 1-2. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the veteran outfielder, Andrew Benintendi. In for a strike, 1-2.
1-2.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. And here is Sosa to the plate. Swing and a base hit. Stepping in, Colson Montgomery. On the ground to first. Off balance feet, there's 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. Top half of the 3rd inning, and now for the Jays, Luis Arias. That to right, Colas. Makes the grab, 1 away. Here's the 3rd baseman, Addison Barger.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball,
this one looks like trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Swing and a ball lifted left field, and Benintendi able to make the grab. Inside, and that's ball 2. Popped up left side, and that drops foul. 2-2 now. Ground ball left side and foul ball. The 2-2 stays alive. Hit on the ground to the right side, and that's just foul. 2-2 now. Right side, Arise. In plenty of time to first. He didn't make things easy for him there, but they still get the out. Edgar Caro steps to the plate for the White Sox. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 1 down, base is empty. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Got him looking. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Wilfred Veras steps to the plate for the White Sox. Ground ball right side, Guerrero. He takes it on his own, and the White Sox go quiet. As we go to the top of the 4th, Willie Adames stands in. That's hard hit on the line. Coming on Robert, and he's there, and there's 1 down. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Out to short. Montgomery fires over to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. Anthony Santander at the plate. 2 outs. Fourth inning underway, no score. And that one hammered way back there. And it bangs off the foul pole, home run. And the Blue Jays have the lead now. It's 1-0. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often.
Now a chance for Brent Rooker. Sneaks through, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
He's been swinging it really well lately. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They've had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's a 1-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Coming home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play.
It's that time of the season. Let's check out some notable trade candidates. Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Smoked on the ground to second. Arise on to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Andrew Vaughn now. And 1-2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Fires over to Guerrero. And that quickly 2 away. So here's Robert now.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just pours in on the hands.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Adames the throw to first. And they take care of Robert. Laser could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And now here is Addison Barger. He makes the grab. Grounder tags at second, and he's in safely at third with one out. Dalton Rushing next up for the Blue Jays. Just missed.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. And it gets by him. Now around second, going for third. The relay throw. And he's in there as a run scores.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Cutter on the inside edge of the plate. That's a tough pitch to handle, but he seemed to have no problem with it whatsoever. Turned on it nicely.
Digging in, Dalton Varsho. On the ground right side. And foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout. Runner stays put at third. And down the shortstop, Willie Adames. Here's the pitch to Adames. And that one sliced foul. Rushing at third with 2 away. On the ground. That's a base hit as a run scores. Here comes the skipper. New pitcher for the White Sox, Owen White.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. Out to short. They take the force out. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. They get 2 runs. Back here on the south side, John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Andrew Benintendi.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
And the right-hander deals. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
So up next for Chicago, Lenny Sosa.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Chicago, Colson Montgomery.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ball.
Struck him out looking, and he strikes out. Let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season. Had a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Brent Rooker getting ready to hit. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Spencer Steer digs in now. And ball
That's four.
4,
Take
2
your base.
aboard.
Well, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Luis Ariz stands in. Runners at first and second with one gone, and we're the top half. Of the 6th. Up the middle. Off balance feed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Addison Barger, the next to hit. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Colas makes the grab on the run. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 are left. 7, 8, 9 due up in the home half of the inning. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the White Sox nothing. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Francis winds and deals. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Next to hit, Edgar Caro. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Fights it off. He'll see another. On a line, base hit. And they have their first base runner since the 2nd inning. And next to hit for the Sox, Wilfred Veras. Misses off the plate. And it's 2-1. To the right side. The throw to second is offline. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And they come away without an out. So the lineup flips over. Zach DeLoach steps to the plate for the White Sox. With the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Fastball is outside.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Bird.
Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Well, that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Caro, the runner at third. Veras over at second. DeLoach on at first with 2 down. And back at right field. And here's the catcher, Dalton Rushing. That's ripped. Base hit. And a good start to the inning. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. And Benintendi able to make the grab. Willie Adames will hit next. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that should be extra bases. And that's going to roll to the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Put a really really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one.
And there's a ball.
2-2.
The next pitch misses. 3-2 now. One out and a runner at second here in the top half of inning number 7. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Headed for the plate. He'll score. The throw into second. Not in time. He's safe.
Comes through with the RBI. Great hands on that.
White Sox going with a new arm. Dan Altavilla.
50th time he's come into a game this year. He's been relied on out of the pen quite a bit.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Anthony Santander. He went deep back in the 4th. A pretty important swing of the bat in this ball game.
Yeah, Boogie, he didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
Montgomery settles under it and makes the catch. 2 away. Brent Rooker getting ready to hit. And that one sliced foul.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Burr.
Well, he's got electric stuff coming out of the pen. His strikeout rate, though, is through the roof so far this season.
Now this is in the air down the line, and that's a foul ball. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Makes a nice running catch. 1 away. Lenny Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox, and that one fouled off. The Blue Jays leading by 5 here at the bottom of the 7th. Struck him out. Really fooled him with the breaking ball there. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Colson Montgomery. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Rushing makes the grab. And that is that. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Sean Reynolds.
He's throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
And the batter now, Luis Arias. The other way. And that's down. A base hit. And now 2 aboard.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Colas pulls it down, and there's 1 down. Dalton Rushing digs in now. Not close with that one, and a count 2-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And that one finds its way through. Coming home. He will score. It's an RBI single. It's 6-0. First and second, 1 out. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. In the air to left down the line. And Benintendi able to make the grab. 2 away now. Willie Adames next up for the Blue Jays. Oh, right to the backstop. And the runners will move up
Heads up base running right there.
That one ripped. And he makes the catch. And that is that. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Zach Jackson hasn't pitched in the last 3 days.
1-2.
Popped up. Rushing. Settles underneath it. 1 down. So up next for Chicago, Edgar Caro. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little...
Arise on to first. 3 up. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Steven Wilson.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
That's to third. 1 up, 1 down. Anthony Santander now at the plate. He swings and fouls one off. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. One down, base is empty. Pitch misses. 2-2.
2 strike.
And they'll do it again. Into the outfield, base hit.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Now here is Brent Rooker. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Roll to short, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Now the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Rooker leads off first with 2 down to the inning. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the 3rd out. No run. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Taylor Rogers. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Got him. And now just 2 outs away. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
And that one moves his feet. That's ball 4. Tried another sinker but couldn't find the zone. Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. And now it's Luis Robert. And that is out of play. Man at first, 1 away. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swings through it for the K. Now only 1 out remaining. Andrew Benintendi steps up. And a foul ball. The White Sox down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game. 6-0. From Rate Field on the south side of Chicago, we've got a Thursday matinee on the show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Chicago White Sox. All right, Singy, let's get right into it. He threw an absolute gem last time out.
Seriously, Boog. I mean, this guy was nearly untouchable. Opposing hitters baffled all day long.
First pitch coming your way next. Almost ready to get underway. And our starting pitcher here today, Drew Thorpe. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch to contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Anthony Santander.
Yeah, Boog, no doubt. He's a huge reason for this club's success this year. I mean, these guys are benefiting in a big way from his clutch at bats and really just the overall production he's been able to put together so far. Leads the American League in RBIs, so expect him to play a role in this one.
Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. He circles the bases, his 22nd homer of the year, and just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. This one in the air, right field. Colas makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That pitch came off the bat really well into center field, and he clearly put a nice swing on it. And anytime you can get one to drop in out there, you know you stung it pretty good, because it seems like center fielders these days, to a man, these guys.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. So they pick up a run. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the mound today, Cal Quantrill.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets, and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance, and that is a foul ball. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And now 1 away. Here's the White Sox DH, Zach DeLoach. One out, base is empty. On the ground to third. Tosses to first, and the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone. Luis Robert now. And downstairs. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 2 outs, base is empty. That one 95 to finish him off. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Line drive. Come on.
Nice swing and good solid contact. That ball was smoked, but needed a little more lift to get into the outfield gap. Maybe a little more backspin.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle 2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And a pitch. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Dalton Rushing next up for the Blue Jays. Thorpe checks on first, and he's back in safely. Rushing wrapped out 4 hits in his last game. Here's a 1-1. There's a swing and a drive. That one's deep. And it's gone. and they add on. It's 3-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. For a guy to be able to hit a changeup at that velocity tells me he would have been ready for a fastball. Just impossible to cover that wide of range of velocity, but he does a nice job picking his pitch, and he gets rewarded for it.
Chop back up the middle. Sosa. And he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right there. An infield single.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. Out to short. Whips it across. They limit the damage here. The Jays get a pair on this homer. It's now 3-0. Here on the south side, we head to the bottom of the second. Now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox. Lenny Sosa. Jump throw. And they get the out.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air, get his shoulders turned, and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Quantrill back to work. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a splitter. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Throws across the diamond, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the White Sox. They trail in this one 3-0. On to the third inning. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. Anthony Santander at the plate. The 1-1 is fouled off. Now, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Brent Rooker. Ripped on a line. Robert makes the grab, and that's the inning. 3 up, 3. The 1-1. Fly ball center field. Varsho hauls it in, and there's one away. And up next for Chicago, Wilfred Veras. And that one missing low.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 3. Ground ball up the middle. And it finds its way through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good.
Barger. They get one. On to first, double play, and that's the inning. It's that time of the season. Let's check out some notable trade candidates.
Here
1-1, check swing, appeal down to third. No swing. Gary Simmons with the call. And a foul ball.
You know, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of changeups. Probably won't see another one here.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Stays alive. Pitch misses there. Ball 2. Bounced up the middle. Over to first.
Out.
2 up, 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. So up next for Toronto, Addison Barger. That one the other way,
Nope,
and foul ball. Two outs. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 1, 2, 3. Back at the ballpark, and in this series, it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers. Knocks it down. The throw won't get there in time, and they don't get the out. So a man at first. Now it's runner on the go. Ball misses.
1 strike.
Throw. Save. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. 3-2 now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And ball 4, 2 aboard. First and second, no outs. Luis Robert Jr. steps to the plate for the White Sox. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Glove flip to second, on to first, save. So they get one, but a really nice try there. Lenny Sosa will hit next. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. 2 on, 1 out. This to third. Off balance feed.
Out.
There's 1. Relay to Guerrero in time. Inning ending double. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Jairo Iriarte.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number 1. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Andres Jimenez. Swing and a ground ball. On the run, sends it over to first. Got him. Nice play.
Impressive backhand stop, but he had a little trouble getting rid of it and had to take that extra step, which could have cost him. But good job to make sure he got a good handle on it, and he got off a good, strong throw to still get the out.
It one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Not in time. It's a double.
Having a really nice game here. That's his 2nd extra base hit. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're in the top of the 5th. Laced down the line, and now maybe extra bases. The throw in. He's in safely at second. A run comes in on the play.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
And now Anthony Santander fights that one away. Still 1-2. Guerrero at second with 2 down. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. The Jays push across a run on this double. It's now a... The 1-1 is fouled off. Quantrill ahead 1-2. Ground ball right side. Whips it to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth. And next to hit for the Sox, Colson Montgomery. Bases empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. Now a fly ball to right center. Varsho makes a nice grab at a full sprint.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the White Sox nothing. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. The 1-1 is fouled off. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And a 1-2 again. On the ground to third, Baldwin. Slings it across, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. And now it's Dalton Varsho.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
And it's fouled away.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
On to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He hammers 1 out to right. His 2nd homer this series. It's 5-zip. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Toronto extends the lead on the solo shot, and the lead is now 5-0. Back after this on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Wilfred Veras.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Right back to him on the mound. Slings to first, 1 away, bottom of the 6th. And stepping in is the speedy Brooks Baldwin. The Jays leading by 5 here in the bottom of the 6th. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
So the batting order turns over. Now the left fielder.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
In the air, left field, down the line. Steer makes the catch, and that'll do it. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. That one fouled off. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. And out number 1 on the grab. Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Flares it into the outfield. Makes the grab, and there's 2 out. Willie Adames stands in.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these guys really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
A swing and a soft liner. That one gets down for a hit. And that extends the inning. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
And here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Chopped left side, but it kicks foul. Out to center. Robert moves under it. And that'll do it. Bottom of the seventh, leading off, Zach DeLoach. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Steer sizing this one up. And there's one down. And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert. And that one is lifted in the air. Varsho settles under it. Hauls it in, and there's two away.
Just one out away from 7 strong innings and just at 100 pitches. Man, pretty impressive. They've got to be happy with what they've gotten from him out there today.
Gets it to first, and that is that. Cam Boozer gets the call from the pen.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Makes the grab, one down. Now it's the right fielder, Brent Rooker. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Grounder off the pitcher. Yet he beats the throw. He's safe. At the plate, Dalton Varsho. Up the middle, and he can't come up with it. No throw, safe at first, and we'll see if it's an error. 2 on, 1 out. Spencer Steer next up for the Blue Jays. Line drive. Robert pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. And next for Toronto, Addison Barger. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Hit in the air, left field. And that is that. Back here on the south side, on to the bottom of the eighth. Here's the catcher, Kyle Teal. This one lifted in the air, left field. And there's one away. And the batter will be the shortstop, Colson Montgomery. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. Out of here. That one felt good, and they cut into the deficit. It's 5-1. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth.
One down. Oscar Colas steps to the plate for the White Sox. Quantrill back to work. Hit in the air out to center field. Varsho. He's got it, and there's two away. Two down, base is empty. So up next for Chicago, Wilfred Veras. Next offering is in for a strike. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two down, base is empty, but one run across here the bottom half of the eighth inning. Headed down the line. And that will drop foul. Fouls it off, still 1-2. The other way, and makes the play, and that's out number 3. But the White Sox get one on a homer. It's now 5-1. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Caleb Killian, on for his 20th appearance of the year.
Number 35.
There's a swing and a miss. Activity in the bullpen. Owen White appears to be getting loose. Line drive ripped down the left side towards the left field corner. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Luis Arias. Nice opportunity for him. Runner at second with nobody out. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in, and the lead is up to 5. And now for the Jays, Willie Adames. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
And a rope into center field, base hit. And out to aboard.
Now batting, the first baseman,
And here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. And Vladdy Jr. hits one out. It's 9-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs.
Steven Wilson into the game.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
This one in the air, center field. Robert moves under it. And there's one away. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Sends it to first. 2 away. That one almost got him.
2 strikes.
4 runs already in the frame here at the top of the ninth. Next pitch misses way outside. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth, Eric Swanson.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last, so expect him to be totally rested. I'm sure he's itching for this opportunity right now.
1 up, 1 down. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. The White Sox with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9. So now it's the White Sox DH, Zach DeLoach. Breaking ball in there for a strike. The White Sox down to their final strike.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to...
Got him! And that's the ball game. 9-1. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Toronto Blue Jays. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about to get started and towing the slab, Matt Waldron. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Siggy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Swing and a high fly ball left field, pretty well struck. Up against the wall and brings it in. Time to take a look at the Diamondbacks lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
And Boog, he's a guy who loves coming up with the chance to drive in his teammates. It's like he finds another level of focus. Batting over 300.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. He notches. Back here at Rogers Center and getting the start. Framber Valdez. How about a report on him, Chris?
Been a very solid pitcher throughout his career. ERA around 3.5. What I like is he competes, he stays in the game, and he gives his team an opportunity to win.
The pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And it's caught for the out. Willie Adames stands in.
Willie Adames.
On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time. And they get Adames for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball.
2 outs,
2
base
strikes.
is empty. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Back now in Toronto. This is Corbin Carroll. That clips the corner.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
Ripped on the ground to second. Jimenez throw to first. 1 up, 1 down. Now the catcher up to hit, Adrian Del Castillo. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. Waldron,
1 ball,
a guy that
2
really
strikes.
fills up the strike zone. Rarely walks people. The downside is the home run ball more likely in play. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That one drilled left field. And it hits the fence.
Perfect example right there. A hitter who hits the ball on the outside part of the plate the other way has to trust his hands and let the ball travel a little bit deeper.
Makes the grab. 2 down.
Well, pitchers like this usually work down in the zone a lot, but these days, with all the uppercut swings most hitters are taking to elevate the ball, pitchers almost have to be effective up in the zone with hard stuff. So maybe that's one area he can improve in his game to try to combat that long ball.
Del Castillo, the runner at first with 2 gone. Comebacker to the mound. Tosses to first, and that is the inning. And we're back. Bottom of the second. Anthony Santander at the plate. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And he chases that one. And that's the first out. Brent Rooker, the next to hit. Right side, hard hit. To first, already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. So 2 down now, and here is Dalton Varsho. Into center and a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Spencer Steer getting ready to hit. This one could be trouble. Lead runner around second. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. The Blue Jays take the lead.
He was all over that one. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Swing and a miss. That is strike two.
2-2 count.
And a swing and a miss. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. The Jays push across a run on this double. It's an early 1-0 lead. The 1-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
2 strikes.
Outside corner, got him looking.
Man, that thing just barely got the zone, so you almost can't blame the guy for laying off. I mean, with the way knuckleballs dart all over the place, realistically, that could have just as easily missed by 4 or 5 inches. It's such a tough pitch to not overcommit to, so sometimes you just hold up and hope it dances out of the zone.
Late that time, and it's strike two.
2 strikes.
On the ground, Adames. Now the throw to first on the run. In time, got him. And that'll do it. So they make short work of him there. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter now, Alejandro Kirk. The 1-1 is fouled off. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Del Castillo gathers, throws to first, gets him. One away on a drop third strike. Here's Andres Jimenez. And a big swing and a miss. 1 out, base is empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Willie Adames digs in now. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
2 strikes.
Struck him out swinging, and he strikes out the side for the. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Steer makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. Ketel Marte up to the plate. To third. Oh, great grab on the dive. To first. And very nicely done for the out.
Third basemen have to be so quick with their first step reactions. Hot shots like that. That's why they call it the hot corner. That's a perfect example, though. There's no way he gloves that one if he's not dialed in, anticipating something coming his way, staying on his toes every pitch. Really nice job to get back up, set himself, and make a strong throw across the diamond.
He takes it himself to the back. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
First baseman, Vladimir Guerrero.
That one the other way. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And it's a leadoff double to start the bottom of the 4th.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Nice job of driving that pitch. Other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And now, Anthony Santander. Ground ball, left side. Tosses across to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting, the right fielder, Brent Rooker.
So up next for Toronto, Brent Rooker. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Out of here. A gigantic blast. Home run number 15 on the year. It's 3-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
That was quite the home run, Siggy, as we take it in again with StatCast. 114 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, and plenty of distance, too. I mean, with that kind of exit velo, if you can get it up in the air with good backspin, it's going to be a tape measure shot.
Still only one out here in the inning. Swings and misses at one down below the zone. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
Left fielder.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Spencer Steer.
On the mound, he's got to remember his offense can score a lot. So if he can hit the reset button from here going forward, there's still a chance that his club can win this ball game.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Strikeout number 8, but 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Late with the swing there.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
The 1-2. In the air, right side. 2 down.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
On the ground, out to short. The throw to first, and that is the inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. And that one hit to first. Off balance throw in time. Barely got it for the out. Close play. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk. Short hop liner, handled it short. Zips it to first. Home after the 5th inning, moving along, 2 quick outs. So the lineup flips over. Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Hit on the ground softly to short. Hamilton on the run, throw to first. On the money, nice play. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now Corey Julks. That one hit to right. Rooker on his way over. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. In the air, foul off first. Guerrero snags it for the 2nd out. So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Jake McCarthy. That's down and in. That one missed.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Outside ball 4.
You can stomach a 2-out walk to certain players, but with his speed, this guy out there in the base pass, it could turn into 2 or 3 bases.
2 strikes.
In the air, out towards right center. Rooker sizes this one up, brings it in, and that is that. So Back here at Rogers Center, John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the sixth, Willie Adames. And Adames swings through that one. Action in the pen down there. Mark Leiter Jr. getting ready to go. Pagan getting loose as well. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now at the plate. Ripped on a line to center. Hauls it in for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Next is the designated hitter, Anthony Santander. Santander with some impressive production lately. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the. Back now in Toronto, top of inning number 7. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Foul ball there.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Hauls it in for the out. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Corbin Carroll. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
And that's through there for a strike. And the count 1-2. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
Oh, you may think, man, that pitch was right on a tee for him, but I don't care where a knuckleball ends up. Those things dance all over the place, and even when they pass right through the hitting zone, squaring it up or even getting a good piece of it can be a tough task.
And that is that. Still in. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Mark Leiter Jr.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game. These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
Fires over to first. And one away in the bottom of the 7th. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Hot shot to third. Sends it across to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Now the left fielder, Spencer Steer. The 1-2. That's out to center field. McCarthy settles underneath it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Next offering is fouled back. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swings and misses. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Corey Julks, the next to hit. Next offering is in for a strike. Fouls that off to the left and will do it again.
Oh, it's a really good pass of the ball right there. Just a little bit too quick. He's got to find a way. Just let it travel a hair more.
1-2 now. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Clement over to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Andy Ibanez. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Drops into the glove, and that'll do it. Bottom of the 8th, and now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Catcher has it, fires to first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Back-to-back curveballs and back-to-back whiffs. And I tell you what, that's having a feel for what you can beat a hitter with. And clearly, he wasn't picking up that breaking ball at all.
Alejandro Kirk will hit next.
Nothing but curveballs so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter to know what to look for because you start wondering if he'll keep coming with it or if they'll try to speed you up.
That one to first, and that's just foul. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down,
that one is absolutely belted. And in one hops the wall. And he'll pull into second with 2 gone. So runner at second, 2 down. Willie Adames next up for the Blue Jays. Here's the pitch to Adames. Smoked on the ground to second in plenty of time to first. And we're back. We go to the 9th. Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Jake McCarthy. Puts it away for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Base is empty, 1 away. You're at the top of the 9th. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Steer makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Here's Ketel Marte. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Terrific job in this game. He scattered 2 hits and pretty dominant. Efficient with his pitch count. Got himself all the way to the finish line and finished.
From inside Rogers Center in downtown Toronto, MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, Siggy, today we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Yeah, Boog, one of the toughest outs in the league right now. Sit back and relax.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. About to get started here, and pitching here today, Trey Savage. Chris, he's got the ability to take control of a game when he's out there.
Well, incredible mound presence, and he's going to attack hitters. Look at that strikeout per 9 ratio over 10 coming into this start. So he's a pitcher that wants the ball. He's aggressive. He knows that he can get the swing and miss, especially when he needs it most. We'll see how effective he is in this one.
Time to take a look at the Diamondbacks lineup. In the 6th spot for them in this one, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Well, these days we know teams, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him, make sure he doesn't beat you. So they put in a little extra time and effort on how they're going to.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Thought that was a no-doubter. I think the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
This is Corbin Carroll. Fought off foul. Got him swinging. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the mound today, Drew Smith.
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one, he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch. He's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
Willie Adames stands in. Swings and misses. Now 1-2.
2 strikes.
1 out, base is empty. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Center field. McCarthy under it. Makes the catch. And the inning is over. Back here at Rogers Center, new inning getting started. Now it's going to be Adrian Del Castillo. That's towards center. Varsho sizing this one up. Makes the grab, 1 away. Here's Gurriel. On the ground to short, Adames. And that's an out.
Well, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Nice grab on the run. And that's the 3rd out. Bottom of the inning, Anthony Santander at the plate. The 2-1. Bounced, and that got the pitcher. Gets it there in time, though. He keeps his composure, and they get the out.
He had more time than he thought right there. Probably didn't have to barehand it, but he made it look nice, that's for sure.
John Curtis, ready or not, in the game now after the injury.
Coming on to face a righty bat, and they've had quite a bit of success against him this year.
1 down, base is empty. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit.
Everything came together for him. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And that one goes straight to the backstop. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Here's the left fielder, Spencer Steer. That one not close. 3-1 now. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Got him swinging. Chased the fastball up the ladder for a strike. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Got him looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Next to hit for Arizona, Andy Ibanez. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. It's softly on the ground left side. Fires over to Guerrero. First two batters retired here in the top of the third. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Jake McCarthy. On the ground right side. Jimenez throw to first. And Arizona is set down 1-2-3. Offense held in check there. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. On the ground right side. Marte throws to first in time. Leadoff man retired here in the third. And here's the catcher, Dalton Rushing. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with one away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Here's Andres Jimenez. And a swing and a miss. That K is his third of the game.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
And next for Toronto, Willie Adames. 2 outs. And that one gets past the catcher. And now a man into scoring position.
Getting the out was never going to be easy. The wild pitch outside made things very difficult behind the plate, and it turned into a stolen base opportunity.
Slap the other way, foul. Swing and a miss, and that is that. So no. It's that time of the season. Let's check out some notable trade candidates. And there's a foul ball. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first, and one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. Ketel Marte up to the plate. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Rooker hauls it in, 2 away. And now the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and so they end up with some speed on at first. Go ahead run on base. Adrian Del Castillo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. hit in the air right field. And that's the 3rd out. Emilio Pagan taking over on the mound.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
Hit on the ground to short. Hamilton. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Anthony Santander getting ready to hit. And he chases a high fastball there.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
2 down, nobody on. On the ground to first, and that one handled. A flip to the pitcher covering, and the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays, and we're still knotted at 0. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. The 1-1 is fouled off. Kicks and deals. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Out to short, Adames. Handles, throws to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. And now the DH, Corey Julks. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Jump throw, he's in there.
Not every base hit is a liner into the gap, just like not every strikeout's a perfect slider down and away. I mean, right there, he just put the ball in play on the ground.
This one's into the outfield, could be extra bases. Headed for the plate. Safe, and it's 1-0.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just a great approach. Looked like that was exactly what he wanted to do with that pitch. And right off the bat, he knew he was taking that wide turn at first to head for second.
That one misses. Ball 3. Ibanez, the runner at second with 1 away. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So here's Wade now. And there's a ball.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And that'll load the bases. So bases all loaded up. Now, Ketel Marte.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day 1.
Swing and a drive. Deep left field. Out of here. Grand slam. He sends a rocket to left. His 16th homer of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 5-0. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
2-2 now.
In the air, left field, down the line. Steer makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Now up next for Arizona, Adrian Del Castillo. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. But they leave their mark on the inning as we get another look at the grand. Back now in Toronto, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Dalton Varsho. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And that one is off the wall. So up next, Spencer Steer. late on that fastball. The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Raisel Iglesias, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Fouls it off, still 1-2. That one missed.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. It's his 8th home run of the year, and they're chipping away. It's 5-2.
That gives them hope they can pull off this comeback. They just need a few more swings like that.
Raisel Iglesias on the pitch here.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Jumps, but it's off his glove. The flip to the pitcher is late, and he's out at first.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Didn't exactly barrel the baseball there, but he stayed on it, and he stayed through it well enough to punch it the other way for the base hit. And you can feel this crowd waking up a bit here as the guys are starting to make some noise with their bats.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Went back to the changeup, and it was successful. Andres Jimenez digs in now. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. McCarthy hauls it in, and there's 2 away. So digging in, Willie Adames. Clement off of first with 2 away. That one ripped right center field. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's 5-3.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul. That one misses. 2-2. So runner in scoring position, and now the tying run comes to the plate. Last half of inning number 5. And a swing and a miss. Good job. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Sean Armstrong.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
So a man aboard. Next to hit for Arizona, David Hamilton. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings and misses, struck him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. 2 outs. Hauls it in to end the inning. 1 left. And we're back. And now the big-time power threat, Anthony Santander. Rips one to left. That's a base hit. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. What a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Now at the plate, Brent Rooker. Man at second. Cut on and lifted in the air. Puts it away for the out. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Way inside. Gets away. Santander up to third on the wild pitch. With the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the sixth. Line drive to short and caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
And now Spencer Steer. And he hits a ground ball right side. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. That ends the frame. Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Taylor Rogers.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's Lamont Wade Jr. Next offering is in for a strike. And a ground ball to first. And he takes it himself for the out. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Launched a grand slam earlier in the game. That was back in the fifth.
And I'd say we felt the impact of that grand slam ever since. 4 runs on 1 swing. It's just an absolute game changer.
Brings it in. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Trevor McGill.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Swinging a foul out of play. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. A big first out here in the seventh via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Into the dive, and he got it.
Love how he stayed with this ball, venturing into foul territory, staying so focused on that ball in the air, ends up having to dive, but makes an outstanding catch for the out.
2 down, nobody on. In the air, left side. Gurriel trying to get there. Makes the catch, inning over. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Angel Bastardo.
Well, good luck against this guy. He's been extremely tough to hit this year. His numbers are excellent.
2 strikes.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. That one close, ruled a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
Man at second. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
Fights that one away, still 1 and 2. First and second, no outs, and we're in the top of the eighth. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. He's there. He's got it. 1 away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Two on, one out. Double play ball to second. Glove flip for one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Now it's the DH, Corey Jones. And a slider misses down and away.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count.
Outside, that's a ball.
You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs. Oh, this is their chance to break it open. If they don't end up winning this ball game.
This to center field. And it falls. One runs in. Another comes in to score. And they're up by 4.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Back here at Rogers Center, stepping in, Willie Adames.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
And now it's going to be Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
2 strikes.
Adames gets his lead at first. Nobody out. So Vladdy Jr. strikes out.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
That's a hit. And now 2 aboard. Now it's the right fielder, Brent Rooker. Lifted in the air, right field. Carroll tracks it down for the out.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
So up next, Dalton Varsho. 2 on, 2 outs. Hammered, and now maybe extra bases. 1 run across. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there.
So they turn to their closer, Kevin Ginkel.
All they need from him right here is 1 out, but that's easier said than done for sure. Lots of pressure with 2 runners in scoring position. He does have the 1 open base to work with if needed.
And a count 1-2. That one 95 to finish him off. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound, Paul Sewald.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Fly ball down the line. Steer. And out number 1 on the grab. Here's Ketel Marte. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss. And the count is 2-2. And down on strikes. Definitely not a partay for Ketel Marte. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Arizona, Corbin Carroll. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 2. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He flexes his power with that swing. His 11th of the year. It's 8-4. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
So 2 away with nobody on. Here's the catcher, Adrian Del Castillo.
2 strikes.
Line to left and foul ball. 2 outs. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Varsho makes the catch, and that'll do it. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. And he grounds one to the right side, and it goes just foul. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Throws to first. 1 out, bottom of the ninth.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Swing and a ball hammered left field, back there, and it hits the fence. Throws to second, and in there with a double off the wall.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots, or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Liner, and that should be extra bases. Coming home. He'll score.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way. Now, that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
1 out, runner at second. Willie Adames next up for the Blue Jays. On the ground right side, and that's just foul. Man at second. Oh, right to the backstop. Del Castillo down to first, and it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. The run scores from third, and it's an RBI single. It's 8-6. Man at first, Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. The tying run at the plate. They're down to their final strike.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
And that one gets past the catcher. Gets to it on to first, and that'll do it as they complete the strikeout to end it.
Well, this was a total team effort using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Toronto Blue Jays. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog.
First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about ready for baseball. And towing the slab in this one, Zach Gallen. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here. And as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it. And I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher, even though we don't see the same splits on the...
And that one hammered. And it one-hops the wall. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Hit hard, base hit. Wait, around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore, where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and
run around the move. Late swing, foul to the left. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Marte leads off first with 1 away. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Here's the catcher to hit, Adrian Del Castillo.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
So now 2 on and 2 outs. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in the scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead. It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Adames makes the play, and that is that. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back here with my pal Singy, and on the hill, Ryan Nelson. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, you know, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you
dives and makes the catch.
Hitter's got a broken heart on that one. It had base hit written all over it. Maybe extra bases. Great diving catch for the upset.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And there's 2 away. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Line drive, makes the grab, and that's the inning. Blue Jays go down in order. They're down 1-0. Second inning set to go. And now the shortstop, David Hamilton.
If there's nobody on in front of him, you know, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
This one in the air. Barker makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Corey Jolts now at the plate. 1 out, base is empty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
And he grounds one back up the middle, and it's through for a hit. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order. Jake McCarthy, the next to hit. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. High fly ball down the left field line. Raging back towards the wall. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's some real power at the plate. Anthony Santander. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Got him swinging for the strikeout. That's the first slider we've seen today, and it was almost unfair. Brent Rooker next up for the Blue Jays. Now he breaks his bat. Barehand grab. Nicely done for the out. Spencer Steer next up for the Blue Jays. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. In one, hops off the wall, should be extra bases. And he's in at second with a 2-out double.
All over that one right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So runner at second, 2 down. Adam Frazier next up for the Blue Jays.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Outside, and the count is even, 2-2. Tying run in scoring position, bottom half of inning number 2. On the ground, and it finds its way through for a hit. Around from second is the tying run. And it's an RBI single. It's 1-1. Runner at first with 2 away. And now the catcher comes up to him. Dalton rushing. The 1-1. Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one upstairs. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 1 run. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. The 1-2 to the right side. Whips it to first. And 1 away in the top of the 3rd. Ketel Marte up to the plate. Swing and a ball ripped right field. And that one back. And that one is gone. His 17th of the year. It's 2-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
This is Corbin Carroll. Draws the walk there.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And here's the catcher, Adrian Del Castillo. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Frazier sizes this one up. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Well, Chris, through the early stages, He hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike, and safe. It's a stolen base. Carroll on at second with 2 down. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout. And back now in Toronto as we go to the last of the third. Now here is Addison Barger. Fouls one off, 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. The 1-1 is fouled off. Chopper right side. Marte gets it to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. Willie Adames stands in. That one the other way. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So no run. It's that time of the season. Let's check out some notable trade candidates. That clips a corner.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Waves a defender for the strikeout. So now here's the DH, Corey Julks. And he pumps it a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. On the ground to third. Oh, what a stop. The throw, and that's a great play for the out. So 2 down now, and here is Andy Ibanez. Up the middle, Adames. Slings to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 4th, and now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. On the ground to third. Throws across the diamond, and a quick out, number 1. Anthony Santander at the plate. One down, base is empty. And that one fouled off. Right-hander kick steals. Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Now this pitching staff has been merciless against him in this one. I mean, he struck out 6 times in this series, and we've seen no adjustment out of him so far.
Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. That is the inning. The 1-1. To the right side, Guerrero. Just got him, and he was burning up the baseline. The man they call Late Night Lamont steps in. Next pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Up the middle, Adames. On to first, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. 2 outs, base is empty. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Swing and a chopper out to short. Fires across the diamond. They get the out on Marte. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now for the Jays, Spencer Steer. Ripped to short. Jump throw across his body. And he gets him. Nicely done.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now it's filled up.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Dalton Rushing next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a ground ball. Marte throws to first in time. And the Blue Jays. Top 6. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Corbin Carroll. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back there. Going, gone. He'll touch them all. His 12th of the season, and they add a run. It's 3-1. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident.
Now the D-backs catcher, Adrian Del Castillo. Ripped on the ground to second. Fires over to Guerrero. Now one gone in the top of the 6th. And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. The 1-1 is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Struck him out looking. Two down, nobody on. And we're the top half of the 6th. Breaking ball inside. And it's 2-1. That's down and in. That's a walk. Went with another changeup but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the off.
He's got it, and that'll end the inning. D-backs get one on the solo jack, and this is now a 3. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Andres Jimenez. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Activity in the Arizona bullpen. Jose Leclerc getting loose out there. McGill, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with a chance to make an impact with 2 away. Just a weak fly ball this time. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. 1 left for Toronto, and it remains. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Paul Sewald.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Got him swinging.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Here's Lamont Wade Jr. And there's a ball.
3-1.
And ball 4, 2 aboard. Here's Ketel Marte. He blasted one out earlier in the third.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
That one almost got him.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And that one goes straight to the backstop. Both runners move up on the wild pitch, and the double play is no longer in order. Oh, can't get out of the way of the fastball, and that's going to sting. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. That's probably the last pitch he's going to throw. Taylor Rogers takes over on the mound.
Really tough spot to come into out of the bullpen. Bases loaded with multiple outs to get in a tight ball game. A lot can happen right here.
The 1-2. Line drive. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
A perfect result for the defense. A line drive out that doesn't score a run, and it takes away the opportunity for that sacrifice fly. You can't ask for much more. That's the outcome they wanted.
They get the force out. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jose Leclerc.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Tosses to first, 1 away. Big time out leading off the home 7th. Brent Rooker next up for the Blue Jays. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. It's 3-2.
He's swinging a red-hot bat. This isn't the first home run we've seen him hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Spencer Steer next up for the Blue Jays. Looking to get the tying run on base. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Blue Jays down a run. To the right side. A dive. Nice stop from his knees. The throw. It's there, and that's a great play. Here's Adam Frazier. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Yeah, that's fouled off. Out to short. Hamilton sends it to first. Frazier retired. And welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Sean Armstrong.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, David Hamilton. And a foul ball. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Acrobatic throw for 1 to first, not in time. Great effort there. Corey Jones stands in now for the runner, takes off. There's a ball. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight 1-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Now up next for Arizona, Andy Ibanez. Swings through that one. That one misses, and it's 2-2. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Trevor McGill.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. Hauls it in on the warning track. So up next for Toronto, Addison Barger. He goes down looking.
Well, that curveball had some pretty good break to it. As you can see, the hitter just locked up a little bit. Thought it was a great pitch to hit, but sometimes you're looking for something else and you can't pull the trigger.
Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. The 1-1 is fouled off.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Burr.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it, and I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
That misses, and the count is 3-1.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
That's a good at-bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance, works the walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. So it's we're back, and on the mound is the closer, Kevin Ginkel. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Right side, hard hit. Throws to first in time, and they get Adames for the out.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. One down, base is empty. And now 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Got him swinging for the K. And they're down to their last out.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
And now here is Anthony Santander. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That one's back. Off the batter's eye and gone. Home run number 40 on the year. It's 3-3. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Brent Rooker getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the 3rd out, and we're headed to extras. But we're all tied up thanks to... On to extra innings. Here's the catcher, Adrian Del Castillo. Now a pop-up on the infield. And there's one down. Next to hit, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And a count 1 and 2.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Adames, the throw to first. 2 in a row set down to start the 10th. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Hamilton will hit next.
Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the ninth. So here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button. Try to get some more runs and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
Swing and a pop-up. Squeezes it, and that's the third out. And we're back on to the bottom of the 10th. And now for the Jays, Spencer Steer. And that one fouled off. Rips one to right. Fair ball. Headed for the plate. Across is the winning run, and the Blue Jays walk it off in extra innings. And the final score here, 4-3. A one-run extra inning win.